Thank you.
Hello.
Pat. Kev. I hear Weezer has a new record coming out.
That's true.
What do you say you come by the house and play it for the girls?
That sounds fine. Do you mind if I bring some friends?
Whatever you want. Just don't bring too many dudes. They're coming.
From isn't all that great. My automobile is a piece of crap. My fashion sense is a little whack, and my friends are just as screwy as me. I didn't go to boarding schools. Preppy girls never looked at me. Why should they? I ain't nobody, got nothing in my pocket. Beverly Hills, that's where I want to be. Living in Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills, rolling like a celebrity. Living in Beverly Hills. Look at all those movie stars, they're all so beautiful and clean. When the housemates rub the floors, they get the spaces in between. I wanna live a life like that. I wanna be just like a king. Take my picture by the pool, cause I'm the next big thing in Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be. Living in Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills, rolling like a celebrity. Living in Beverly Hills. The truth is, I don't stand a chance. It's something that you're born into, and I just don't belong. No, I don't. I'm just a no-class beat-down fool, and I will always be that way. I might as well enjoy my life and watch the stars play. Beverly Hills, that's where I want to be. Living in Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills, rolling like a celebrity. Living in Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills. Yeah, Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills. Living in Beverly Hills.
Coming to you live on the air.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. Podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door, talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I'm your host, Scott, pragmatic investor, who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me today is nobody. Belle has some business that she has to take care of. I'm not even sure if she's lurking. So, but we'll still give it up for the greatest producer of all time, the one, the only, the original, the mighty Belle. And thank you. Yeah. This was very impromptu. I'm heading out to Ethereum Denver tomorrow, so I'm on my way, and we will be doing some videos, putting out some broadcasts, but it won't be in studio or anything like that because we're out there in Denver. So this is my last chance to talk to everybody, and this is basically kind of a town hall for Sigea. All right, Matthew, for Sigea. Even though I say that the word is pronounced Aegis, like what it says right there, just backwards. I think the word is pronounced Aegis, and as the word doesn't exist, we can do whatever the hell that we want with it. So, but in the interest of keeping my my lawyers happy, it's Sigea. So there you go. Fair enough. Now, we're on the cusp of release, but there's a couple different versions of this that we have going out, and that's really what I wanted the feedback on. Now, it's going to be super tough because nobody's interested. Nobody really is interested. We have a few people. We actually have, I want to say that out of the 80 or so people that we have running beta right now, 10 to 15 of them are actually mostly engaged in using the product, giving us feedback on the product and so forth and so on. And we're fine with the beta testers that we have, but now we're looking at a couple of really, really big fundamental changes in this thing, and we're just trying to decide which way to go. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it. Now, before we really get into it, I have to do we got to talk a little bit philosophically about cryptocurrency, what it is, what it does, and what it's for. So when we go live, when Sigea goes live, very 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 soon now, we're going to be launching a token. We're going to be launching a token out there, an outbid. So why do we need a token? We have, we've gotten some funding, and that's fine. But so we don't necessarily need a token, but we do require one so that we can set up a DAO, and that's going to be real critical to us. I don't know if you guys have noticed that privacy is completely under fire. Apple just bent the knee to the UK, so they're going to be removing all of the security and privacy features up there, so that the UK government has full access to what's going on your phone, and that's important. And people seem to just kind of accept that, and they come back and say, well, what can we do? The government wants it, UK is going to do it, so now we're all stuck with it. But that's not entirely true. See, now there's apps out there that will absolutely take care of this on your behalf. Sigea happens to be just one of those apps, and I'm going to show it to you. I actually have this. I thought this was clever, actually. I have this right here running through so that you guys can see what I see. I actually have this. This is one our beta app currently that's sitting out there on Android, but I thought it's easier to do it live and show you guys as I'm doing it. So we're going to get to all that, but everybody that's wringing their hands right now, oh my God, what can we do? What can we do? There's plenty you can do. One, you could simply use our app, and it's going to take care of a lot of it. But with all of the recent changes and people getting hammered on privacy, for us, it's more important right now that we be able to establish a DAO, because how long is it going to be before it comes after us? That's really where it comes down to. And because of the nature of the app and the way that it's designed, there is nothing that we can do. All right. It is a fundamental production of the app that we can never see your data, that we don't know who you are. We have no idea. All right. That is by design, so that if somebody comes up and says you have to turn over all this user data, we can say, pound sand. We don't have it. We don't know it. There is nothing that we can do for you. But that doesn't mean that we still won't get served papers. It doesn't mean that they won't still come down on us, because all of those things are going to happen. So we have to make sure that we have a DAO in place to make sure that the protocol lives on beyond us. So when we get hammered, then we got to make sure that it's going to carry on. But there's another reason for it as well. understanding what crypto is, what crypto does, and how crypto is applied is very, very important. And we all kind of skip that. We just completely pass over the actual why tokens are launched. We just kind of dust over all of that, and we get caught up in the hype. We get caught up in the memes. We get caught up in the moons and the Mars and the rockets and all that other good stuff. So we ignore the fundamental reason of why a token is actually launched. Now, a cryptocurrency, there's things that we can do out here in the blockchain and crypto world that we simply cannot do in the traditional world. Typically, when a token is launched, the idea behind it is that you are borrowing from the future to pay the present. That's effectively what it is. So when Sigea launches our token, we are borrowing against future revenue of the protocol to pay for the current portion of it so that we can expand our team and we can continue to build out. Now, that's pretty much typical with everybody. I mean, with every chain out here, that's pretty much typical. It's just the way it is. Now, where crypto people lose it and where they get broken apart on it is the future catches up with you eventually. And if you have not figured out how to actually monetize your app or do anything with it by the time the future catches up with you, you're screwed. Token goes down completely into the shitter. You never had a path to monetization. You never did any advertising. You've had no business development. You've had nothing. You enjoyed a free 2-year ride as you found yourself and built your bridge to nowhere. The money runs out and you're gone. They move on to the next thing. We have seen this over and over and over, and we're going to continue to see it over and over and over because there is no business development and people don't actually understand what the hell they're getting into. Now, for my token, I'll say it, it's my token. For my token, we're monetized on day one. Day one that we go live, we are monetized. So what we are doing, and the reason that we have it and the reason that we're doing it is because we're going to find out really, really quick. At least this is my hope, that we have to scale. That's going to be my hope, is that when we get it out and we start pushing and we really start getting this in front of a lot of people, and we've made it so stupidly easy to use that with my mafia style offers that we're putting up for this thing, that there's very few people are going to be able to say no to it. They just won't. I can come back and start citing anecdotal evidence. Right now, if you're using iCloud, your data is exposed. If you're using Dropbox, your data is exposed twice. If you're using Amazon Web Services, your data is exposed. Every central entity, all the big brand names, the ones that you know, your data is exposed. I can prove this 50 different ways. But one of the easiest ones, I think, would be, it doesn't even matter. So we can't do that. But we are a very, very nifty alternative to any kind of traditional storage that you have going on out there right now. And Twitter is just all aglow. They are all abuzz. We saw this shit coming a long time ago. All right, me, Bell, we saw this coming a long time ago. We've been in this field for a long, long time. So we had a real good idea that the mighty hand of government justice is going to start slamming down on anything that's privacy related. And now you're seeing it firsthand. Now it's there. Now that it's happening. Now people are still babe in the woods. Oh my God, how could this happen? And yeah. But people are feeling stuck right now because they simply think that there is no alternative. If you want to use a phone, you have to use their things, and there it is. And I'm saying that that's not true. You could literally use ours, and your data is safe, your data is secure, your data is private. There's nothing anybody, and they cannot stop you. Once it's on your phone, they can't stop you. Now, one of the big arguments right now is iPhones. That's it, because Android said there is no central entity to Android. All right, it's like going, I'm going to go after the designer of Linux. It's gone, dude. The box is open. It's everywhere. Anybody can manipulate Linux the same way anybody can manipulate Android. So the easiest solution for you is just use an Android phone, but people aren't going to change. They like the ease. They like the convenience. They like everything that iPhone gives them, and it's all there nice and tight in one single package. So for us, we're still kind of cracking that nut. Now, my personal phone, my personal iPhone is that's this one right here. It's jailbroke. I'll let you know right now. I literally cannot connect to the App Store. If I do, there's going to be issues. But my phone itself is jailbroken, so I can put whatever I want on there. If they want to come back and take my phone back and relieve, no longer keep me as a customer, you're more than welcome to. But I go both ways, and I'm getting a lot more comfortable using the Android anyway. But I can't ignore it. As a founder, as business development, as marketing side of this, I can't simply say, well, we're only building for Android and we're not building for iOS. I can't do that. I have to build for iOS. So we're lawyering up, they're lawyering up. We're trying to find different things that we could do to make it work. And I imagine, I'll open up my crystal ball here. They're going to start, if Apple does anything, they're going to start geo-blocking their store. You can get certain apps in the UK, or there's certain apps that you can get in the US that you simply can't get into in the UK. I know what crazy stuff, what wild stuff. This would never ever happen. It's going to happen. All right. Apple wants to keep as many of their customers as they can, so I imagine that they'll bend their knee on that as well. But for the people in the States, you guys should still be able to get the app as soon as we get that thing pushed through. But what got interesting for me, and I do want your comments. Now, this is tough because I don't have a producer. If you're commenting on X, I'm not going to be able to see them. If you're on OmniFlix, I can't see them. If you're on anywhere else that we broadcast, I can't see them. I can see the ones on YouTube, and that's about it. And we'll start taking them apart. But here's kind of where I'm getting stuck, and I would love your feedback. So one, we have kind of two versions of these. Now, the production beta version, that's the one that I just showed you, and I'll show you some more. We've stopped working on it because it's good, but it's not great. And we can't release unless it's great. So it was one of those, do we continue to push the kind of good product, or do we take it back to ground level and build the better one? And that's kind of what we're doing. We've been doing it for months. That's why you haven't seen us really push out. But now that both of them are the production version and the light version, why they are so close to release, that's where I wanted to get some feedback into this, and that's where I was hoping you guys would help me out. So the light version. Now, the light version is the only version that I use on my iPhone, and it's the only one I'm going to use. I will not even use my own production version of it because I don't need all the features that we're building into that. I use this, my version, my own personal light version of this. I use it simply as to cut out iCloud, to cut out AWS, to cut out anybody else who might be anywhere near my phone. We completely cut it out. All right. I want this thing to be just a behind the scenes app. That's all I want it to do. It is my storage, my cloud storage solution. And that's the only thing that I'm really using it for. Now, all the features are still in there, but they're not pretty. Basically, on the light version, the behind the scenes production version, even if you open it up, you're going to see a very, very basic UI. I'll show it to you guys next time. It basically has one button that says on or off. I keep it on at all times because I want it monitoring the folders. And the other one says options. That's effectively it. So for you to, everything that we have and make it fun on the production version is very, very minimized on the light version of it. So I want it monitoring specific folders for me. That's my pictures, that's my videos, that's my documents. Those are the only folders that I want this thing are watching for me. Now, we had to, because I want it actively monitoring these folders. That means the very second that a photo goes into them, it is in the process and being uploaded to Jackal. But performance-wise, it kind of hits your battery hard. So we're optimizing this, trying to find a way to find the fine line between chewing up your battery and protecting your phone. So we're trying to find that right now. And that's kind of one of the things that's holding us up on the light version. But Braden will find it. He'll get there. That kid's sharp, so he's going to get there. But basically what happens is I take a picture with my phone and it immediately goes into the folder. Now, my picture folder, video folder, doc folder, wherever the hell I have them going. Now, what the app is doing, the Light app, is it's constantly just monitoring these folders looking for changes. So when it sees a change, such as pictures got deleted, then the Light version is going to go and it's going to delete them off from Jackal as well, if you enable that option. If you say you never want anything deleted from Jackal, it will never delete anything from Jackal. And that way, if you are blowing up photos, pictures on your phone, then it won't do it on Jackal unless you specifically tell it to. And it's just a toggle. Tell it yes, delete from Jackal, and the folders will be perfectly synced. Whatever is in your picture folder on your phone will be in that folder on Vault, on Jackal Protocol. Now, odds are good you're never ever going to go over there to check, but if you do, we're going to make sure you have we're giving you the ability to do so. And we're trying to abstract as much of that away as we can. But if you want to go and verify, trust but verify, I'm a big fan of that. Go to vault.jackalprotocol.com. Use the credentials that we're going to be providing, and you're in. All right, you're going to be good. You can see it happen. And one of the best things for me is actually watching it happen. So when that part of it's ready, this screen is going to be filled with my Jackal. I'll log into it from the computer here. I will post it right here. I will take the picture here, and you're going to see it show up over there. That is the best way that we can possibly demonstrate this, and that's what we're going to be doing. Again, as soon as that last little hurdle is up, because right now it does chew up phone battery, but that was the idea for me, is to take and make all of this stuff happen in an automated process so that you don't have to actually do anything. Have the app on your phone, turn it on, tweak it the way that you want it, and you never have to think about it again. That's the idea. That's what I wanted. And that was images, videos, documents, any other folders I want to set up, any data I want to manipulate, it will automatically take care of it for you. And we're doing the light version. So it is, but it's a real basic UI, man. Like I said, one button on, off, one for options, and then a file log. So the file log comes out, and it's about the way that you think it would be. It just kind of, you scroll up, and it looks an awful lot like, let me pull that up. It looks an awful lot like this one as far as view, manage files. It looks an awful lot like this one. The only difference is that instead of just having like that little button right there, we got a way to put a thumbnail in there. Now, I want to market this as not only a storage app, but a space-saving app on your phone. So one of the things that we're going to be doing with that, and I actually took a page out of Marston Connell's playbook on that, is we're going to be giving you a thumbnail of whatever single frame of video. Doesn't matter what frame, it'll pick it randomly. Single frame of a video or a snapshot of the photo that's going up, and it's going to be a 100 by 100 pixels. So it'll be very, very small. It takes up effectively no memory on your phone, and it's not high quality. All right, you're not going to be seeing this thing and going, oh my God, I know exactly what that is. You'll have an idea what it is because you took the photo, but it's not going to show up real big and bold because we're trying to save space. Now, if you click that thumbnail, it'll come back. That file will come back just that fast, and you will have the full resolution, full image, full everything that you wanted, and it will go and put it back in your picture folder for you if that's what you want. So it's going to pop up. It gives you the option. Do you want to save it? Yes, goes back into pictures. No, I just wanted to look at it. It doesn't. So you pull it down, you look at it, great, yes, no, and off you go. So that's what we're doing to try to save space. Now, the other thing, and this is a bear, by the way, it still needs some tweaking on this, man. This one is a bear, but we're including an option in the light version that if you do take a picture or take a video or something like that, it's going to automatically sync. If you turn that on, it will automatically sync all the folders. So it's going to be going up to Jackal. And when we get a call back from Jackal, from the Jackal protocol, saying that this file is here, it's saved, it's secure, it'll automatically delete it on your phone. So it's like it never existed there. Now, for us, it's a timing thing. We need to make this happen as fast as possible, but we're going to be hung up over on the Jackal server side because we have to wait for a callback from them saying, yeah, we got the file, so we can go ahead and delete it on your phone. Some of these people are not, I don't think a lot of people are going to use it. I use it. It works a treat. I love having all of my images nowhere near my phone. I'm a big fan of that, but a lot of people are not going to use that. We're only including it because it's just a couple lines of code. But for me, as a privacy kind of person, and person who may do questionable things with their phone and their camera and all that, yeah, I don't want that stuff on my phone. I want you to have to figure it out. That's my goal on that one. So, but it's a matter of timing. We need the callback. We simply can't delete it because that would effectively be us deleting your data. So we leave it up to you which buttons you're going to hit and how you're going to do it and why you're going to do it. And I imagine, I haven't hit Braden up on this yet, but I imagine that we could set that up for different properties for different folders. So if you want anything going into your, I don't know, dirty picture folder, that those ones are uploaded and deleted immediately. And you could set different parameters for different folders. Now, we haven't done that yet, but I imagine that's the direction that we're going to go long term. So, yeah, those are all things that we have going on. But again, this is just a light version. Now, what I want to know from you guys is, would you prefer the full featured version, or would you prefer the light version? Which one would you choose to use? So this one is not exactly, because we're getting the front end is getting redone. This is not exactly what we're releasing. All right, this is the beta version, which we're not even, or I'm sorry, we'll call this the alpha 1.5 version. And we're not doing any more building on this. We've moved past this already and we're doing something else. But as far as using it, nice and easy. So there you go. There's my dog. He's sleeping. So you notice I did the capture image through the folder. That's my dog, Harvey. He's getting fat. And we'll hit OK. And you guys see where it says right there, do you want to upload the image to Aegis Cloud? Why, yes, I do. So in this case, the image does go up to Aegis Cloud. It is on its way. And if you want to see it, you'd come over there in the View Manage folder. That's the picture that I just took, that one right there. And we're not getting them back anymore because it doesn't matter, and we're not working on this one anymore. And we didn't put the thumbnail feature in. This is basically just left for videos for me to do whatever I want to do. But some of the features that we learned in this one are carrying over to the other apps. Now, one of those is that nifty little delete button right there. Are you sure? And files deleted successfully. And you can see that the file's gone. And the other thing that you can do is the share. So if I wanted to send this to Bella.Jackal, which is her Jackal handle, then we go ahead and hit share, and the file is in fact shared with Bella. And if I come over to shared file, you're going to see that that's the file. I'm turning my phone like in my hand, like as if I'm presenting it to the camera. Yeah, that's those are it, and we could do the same stuff with all of that. But we did learn from that, and we're kind of applying it over. Now, there's tons and tons and tons of good features that we're putting into this, and we're coming up with more every single day. But for me, I want to know, do you guys want to use the light version, or do you want to use the full featured version? Now, if you want to use the full featured version, that's very, very important to you. Would you pay us $1 more a month to use the full featured version as opposed to the light version? Would you pay a little bit extra to have more bells and whistles? Stuff like that. I don't really care about the bells and whistles, which is funny because I'm using the app, but I'm trying to be honest here. I got to build an app that a lot of people want to use, not just the one that I want to use. That's why we're doing these. We're going to continue to do these, and we're going to try to get feedback. Now, it's going to be double tough for us, man. We're not going to get a lot of support out here for this. I keep going over to the Jackal Telegram, and I don't know where this keeps coming up. If people they're over there chatting on the Telegram, well, somebody should combine a Cache and Jackal and just make one kind of real super app. And they keep saying it. I'm like, dude, we are doing this. This is you're literally looking at it. You're literally looking at the app right now. What's the rub here? Oh, I saw another funny one today. That was actually funny. They were suggesting taking protocol-owned liquidity and start offering 100 gigabyte plans over to YouTube influencers and key opinion leaders and all this other stuff, and using Jackal protocol-owned liquidity or taking up a fund to pay for it. I'm like, dude, I'm already doing that. I'm literally already doing that. Are we just having a problem messaging this? Is that what it is? Or am I completely on the pay no mind list anymore? That you're pitching to do things that we're already doing. I don't get it, man. It seems to be a little bit of a breakdown there. But you know what, guys? Don't worry about it. We'll get there. All right. Anyway, let me look through the questions. If we happen to have any questions or comments, I want more of you guys' feedback. We'll start getting into a few more of the super features that we have going on here, man, because I'm excited. Every time that kid starts typing, man, it just gets better and better. But we're going to play a song here. I am all alone, and I do got to look through these comments. So if you could, guys, few minutes. I don't know what song is next. I hope it's a good one. We'll be right back here on the podcast on the KPOD network, guys. Please stand by.
Up every evening with a big smile on my face, and it never feels out of place. And you're still probably working at a 9-to-5 pace. I wonder how bad that tastes when you see my face. Hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you walk my way, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. Now where's your picket fence, love? And where's that shiny car? And did it ever get you far? You never seem so tense, love. I've never seen you fall so hard. And do you know where you are? And truth be told, I miss you. And truth be told, I'm lying. When you see my face, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you walk my way, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. If you find a man that's worth the damn and treats you well, then he's a fool, you're just as well. Hope it gives you hell, I hope it gives you hell. Tomorrow you'll be thinking to yourself, yeah, where did it all go wrong? But the list goes on and on. The truth be told, I miss you. And truth be told, I'm lying. When you see my face, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you walk my way, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you find a man that's worth the damn and treats you well, then he's a fool, you're just as well. Hope it gives you hell. Now you'll never see what you've done to me. You can take back your memories, they're no good to me. And here's all your lies. You can look me in the eyes with the sad, sad look that you wear so well. When you see my face, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you walk my way, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you find a man that's worth the damn and treats you well, then he's a fool, you're just as well. Hope it gives you hell. When you see my face, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you walk my way, hope it gives you hell, hope it gives you hell. When you hear this song and you sing along, no, you never tell. Then you're the fool, I'm just as well. Hope it gives you hell. When you hear this song, I hope that it will give you hell. You can sing along, I hope that it puts you through hell.
And ladies and gentlemen, I was petting my dog. Sorry, I was petting Harvey. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats, kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me look through the questions. This is easier with Bell. Nuclear Chicken, thank you for joining us, brother. Idiot Fish Yort, Bridgewood. I haven't seen you in a bit, dude. I like this comment from Idiot Fish. We should name the token Sig357. Dude, I'm going to give you another round of applause for that. It's kind of funny, too. A couple of years ago, I was snooping around. I don't remember what it was. It was one of the sporting goods store, Bell, that one up in Ankeny that I like to go to. And they were having a sale on these SIGs, and I got a 40 caliber and a 9mm. I don't really care for 9mm. I'm a 45 kind of guy, but I was like, sure, it's cheap. Let's go ahead and buy it. And I bought up the. It was, oh god, it's not MP40. That's a German submachine gun. I forget it, but it's something 40. I don't remember what SIG it is, but I hated it. I love the pistol. The pistol is great. The grips are great. It's got dual mag release for either side. It really doesn't matter whether you're lefty or righty. So I kind of got used to that. Just flip it down and the mag drops. My reloads are good and quick. So but I hate the round. I hate the 40 caliber round, man. It's just you don't get enough knockdown for the amount of kickback that gun gives you. So I didn't care for it. But they had a SIG 357 drop-in barrel. That works perfect. And that's all it was, is just buy the barrel, drop it in, and now that thing is SIG 357, and it's sitting in the center console of my pickup truck. So, yeah, I do like that round. That SIG 357 is pretty sexy. I think that'd be funny, Bell. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think that would be funny. Yeah, I like the foot warmers, too. That's from Yort. I appreciate that, dude. It's a little chilly out here. And yeah, so I wore puffy. I just wear puffy shoes. Yort, so is Sigea going to be its own layer one, or is it built on top of something else? It is built on top of Jackal, and because Jackal is acting as our storage layer, that's all that they are to us. That's our complete relationship, is that Jackal is open source, and we can build on top of them. That's all it is. And all of our server components, they all go through a cache. So there is actually no server that's linked back to me, and their storage layer is they don't really care. So the way Dropbox uses Amazon Web Services, we use Jackal, but we have no relationship with Jackal. I'm a big fan, but we don't actually have any kind of business partnership or arrangement. They're not cutting us any deals. But yeah, so no, we will not be an L1. We don't need to be an L1. There'd be no point. Now, we would certainly make more money as an L1 because people like L1s. This is the crypto world, guys, and people like to invest in L1s and invest in the future. But the costs would just be prohibitive. I would love to do it because then we control everything. But the costs are prohibitive because then I'm paying a validator set, then I'm paying, developers, and I'm paying all this stuff, and we don't need it. So no, we will be an app, and that's it. Deep House Nation, how you going? How you doing, brother? Yes, from Amado, we need apps, not chains. That is correct. I've said it for a long time. Nuclear Chicken have both Android and Apple devices. Android is indeed far superior for users. Yeah, Android is marvelous. It's absolutely wonderful. And because I have developers, if I need certain apps to do certain things, I just call my guys and say, hey man, make this. I need an app that will do this, and bang, 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 and they kind of bang it out. So I prefer to use the Android over the iPhone all day, every day. How do we get the app? You can download it currently, Bell, if you could. I don't know. I think we have it mounted over in the podcast Discord. There's QR code. We QR'd everything. Now you're going to get the beta version, the one that I'm sending you or that I've been showing you right here. You're going to get the beta version, and it will give you very, very basic functionality, but not much more than that. Now, I mean, the files are going to Jackal, but there's really nothing you can do for them. So if you want to play around with it, knock yourself out. It doesn't cost nothing. It's all my dime. So if you want to put it on your phone, please feel free. Yeep House Nation, while I prioritize technical bells and whistles, a polished, crispy, easy-to-use UI is very crucial nowadays with the masses. Looking forward to the release. And that's kind of my idea, too. I have to use them both. I have to use the light version and the full production version. I have to use them both because I'm selling this thing. So I'm in front of people, and I have to be able to show them everything. But for me personally, it'll be the light version. That's all I need. I just need this thing. They're my shield, all right? The app that we're making, Sigea, is my shield. It's my shield to keep people from looking at my shit. That's all it is. And I am more than happy to keep it running. I've never turned it off. The red light has never shown up on my phone. It is always on. It is taking care of business, even when I forget about it. Even when I forget to take care of my own business, the app is doing it on my behalf. That's the agreement that we made. That's what I wanted. That's what we built. So it just simply, for me, runs in the background, and there's nothing that I really need to do. I don't have to get super cute with this because, yeah. Now, we kind of explored another thing, and I think we're going to make it work, Bell. I don't know. Once we actually release, we'll add that as a version .02 or something like that. But I'm a big fan of the shared file feature that we have. And because it's the first time that I've ever seen outside of some kind of B2B that we have been able to share files privately. And Jackal made that happen. We simply integrated it. So one of the cool things is being able to share a file. So if, like you saw me do earlier, I just click the file, who do I want to share it with, and boom, off it goes. But we had to spice this up a little bit. So on the full feature app, you're going to have a notification saying that files have been shared with you. You do not have to accept the files. You can look at them. You can see who they came from, where they came from, what wallet address. If you recognize it, you can go ahead and pull the file in. Now, it doesn't download to your phone. You are manipulating it as it's sitting over there on Jackal. That's a really, really nifty feature. But if you want to pull it down, you're more than welcome to download it. But from a marketing standpoint, Bell, and this is what I was thinking about it. Now, we're going to have to set up a SMTP server, a mail server. We're going to have to set up a separate mail server because I want to add the option to be able to email somebody with a file and let them know via email that they have somebody shared a file with them. Now, from the marketing, where does that work out real good for us? Because you're probably going to be sending it to somebody that you know, and that somebody that you know is going to click. And if they don't have an account, it's going to send them over to download the Sigea app. So that's a good way for us to actually kind of market this thing, is that if you want to see the file, you can only see it in the app. That's the drill. That's the rub. We cannot expose these files to the internet, because as soon as we expose these files to the internet, they're visible to the internet. That is not what we're building here. So I think it'd be kind of neat to be able to click it, email it, Bella at ThePodocasts.com. She gets an email. Hey, a file is waiting for you here. And if you have the app, not a problem. You're already going to get the notification. But if you don't have the app, then it's going to prompt you, download the app. So, and I think we got a real neat way that I can work out a simple 2 gigs. So 2 gigs is free. We haven't discussed all the finite with Eric yet, but I think we got a good enough way that we can give 2 gigs for free forever. The cost for us is negligible. It's nothing, but if it gets people downloading the app, using the app, then that could work. That could turn into a consumer pretty easily. So that is also something that we're planning. It's just in the thought process right now. But as far as making it happen, it's a piece of cake, and I know Braden can do it. Here's some more money. Go over to a cache, set up another server. We're going to use this as a mail server so that we can transfer emails in and out via the app and let people know that they have a file waiting. That is an excellent, excellent, excellent way for us to start getting more penetration into Web 2. That's what we're about here, man, is penetrating Web 2. Okay, so hope that answered the question. With its interface with Jackal, does it have a way to keep track of Jackal available as it charges for uploading photos, right? Maybe I am wrong, just trying to understand the product. Yeah, gas is always going to be paid for any file that goes up or down. You got to pay the gas, man. That's just the nature of it. But we have this set up in such a way, and the gas fees are so negligible on this, that we are going to be pulling gas fees from a central wallet that we control. So all I have to do is make sure that Jackal's in there, and I will make sure that Jackal's in there. And it doesn't matter how many consumers we have, how many customers we have, how many anything we have. We're going to be covering the gas cost on these files going up and down forever. Now, we could have baked that into the model, and it kind of is baked into our pricing model. It'll be a percentage because gas has got to be paid. But I also did mention this to Patrick Dunlop, and he said that we could probably get something arranged. All the gas goes to Jackal. It all goes back to Jackal. So no matter how many consumers we get, how many files we're pushing up there, that money all rolls back to Jackal. So for them to split those gas costs with me, and again, considering that the gas fees are actually very, very negligible, we're going to get that worked out. So until we do, it's all my money. You don't have to do anything. We have abstracted all of it. One of the most important features when we were building this app is to make sure that a Web 2 person who has no knowledge of crypto whatsoever can utilize blockchain without being aware that they're utilizing blockchain. If they have to start loading gas into wallets and stuff like that, we've just blown it up. All right. It means tutorials and education. And as soon as we have to start doing all of that stuff, our original vision is just gone. So we're taking care of that so that the end user will never even know that it's happening. It is. And if you were to open up, do it on desktop, check console view, you're going to see everything that we're doing. But from the user sitting there with the phone in their hand, they're never going to know that they just paid gas. They'll have no idea. If long as they don't have any idea, then we did it right and we can carry on. Hope that answered the question. Your nuclear chicken question on the thumbnail to download. Will you be able to download the pictures again with the light version as well as, or just the pro version? Yeah, everything you can do on the pro version, you can do on the light version. The light version has just got a real dumbed down UI. All right. I'm not going to put another $25,000 into, making a big robust UI for the light version. The light version, it's literally in the name. This is the light version. Now you're going to see it. Let me pop in here because this is, it's not exactly what we're doing, but it's sort of close. So you're going to see all the transactions that happened up and down on this. Now, they're going to be a little bit more, it's going to explain a little bit more what you did with them, because there's going to be another column over here that says, did you upload this? Did you download this? So everything that happens with every single file over here is going to have something next to it saying, this was a file you uploaded. This is a file you downloaded. So it's going to have all of those things. But instead of that little box that we have right there, all of these, instead of that little box, there's going to be that little 100 by 100 pixel thumbnail that's going to be there. Now, when you click the thumbnail, the options are going to pop up. All right. Right now, the way it kind of does it down here on the bottom, like sharing and all that, it kind of does it here. But when you are clicking the thumbnails, it's going to give you a couple of different options. Do you want to pull this back? If you want to hit download, it comes on back. Do you want to share it? It's just going to break out over there next to the thumbnail, as opposed to the way that we have it on this one. So the thumbnails are going to tell you, we don't have thumbnails on this version, but the thumbnails are going to tell you flat out, this is the file. So it's going to show it to you. And again, not high res, because we're kind of pushing this as a space saver kind of thing. If you have to keep the full picture on your phone, it's 300 to 400 kilobytes. Not a lot, but it's 300 to 400 kilobytes. If you don't have it on your phone and only have that 100 by 100 pixel thumbnail, then you're talking 30 kilobytes, if that. So we're saving you space. That's the idea. And if you want the file back, click it, download, coming back, man. It's all yours. This is your data. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. We're just trying to ease it out. So the light version, it will not be as robust on the UI. It won't be as pretty, but it's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you a lot of space. That's kind of why I'm using it. Hope that answered the question. Nuclear chicken. You can only get the alpha version he is showing now, and it is from a QR code on the Discord server. That's correct. Deep House Nation, I would pay $1 more. Yeah, man. I appreciate it. We'll probably bake it into our pricing model. I mean, not at first. Right now, we're hungry for customers. So we're going to, we're running very, very lean and as close to even on this as we can, so we can acquire customers. Unlike in crypto, we don't have bottomless wallets. We don't have endless money, and we can't just mint tokens. It doesn't work that way realistically. So we have to deal with the capital that we have right now. So we're going to be given effectively, we're going to be running this as close to zero as we can. I got to pay my devs. I got to pay my hardware costs. That's it. But I'm not taking a salary. Bell's not taking a salary. None of us. Every other cent is going straight back into this, and most of it is going in for marketing. That's kind of what you have to do here. Okay, where else are we at here? And Nuclear Chicken said the same thing. Sure, depending on all that, I'd probably pay an extra $1 I think you should, dude. It's Hexmoss and pitch in to expand the program. Please do, man. I can't wait to start showing this program to people. I have several people I want to share it with as soon as we get a functional version. Yeah, very, very soon. It'll be Android like it. Even our production version that we're putting out, the latest ones, they're going to be Android first, man. I want to go where the customers are, but I also want to service people. This is going to seem weird. Bell's not going to like this. I want to take care of the people who have more of a mindset like me. I want to take care of my cohorts first, and then we'll take care of the rest of the world. So, yeah, Android first, nuclear chicken. Between the two styles of apps, I'd say what's easier to market from a development standpoint, go with that. Bells and whistles are easier to market. Just is what it is, man. Show it off, fireworks, mail motherfucker, all those other cool little things that we can do with that. That's easier for us to market and make videos with. Ultimately, depends what you want out of the app. For the people who just want to protect their data, that's what they care about. That's their big priority. Bells and whistles, they don't give a shit about. They'll be using the light version. They're going to get it. They're going to turn it on, and they will likely never, ever look at it again. It will just simply protect their data and send it up, back it up, keep, stuff off their phone. Most likely that's what they're going to use it for. Full feature, sure, there's more stuff that we can do with it and put into it. But I would argue that most people are just going to go with the light version. And again, just for protection. So I don't know, man. We'll play around with the marketing. We'll see which direction it goes. Ambido, I have a friend who has a Apple phone Maxi, and he recently switched to Android. He says in the past, Apple was worth it for the UX, but Android is essentially caught up these days. Yeah, I happen to agree, man. Tweeter doesn't work well on an Android. I've never used it on the Android phone, so I don't know. But that's some of the feedback that I get. I have no problem with the Android, man. It does everything I needed to do, and nobody's looking at it. Nuclear Chicken. Scott, will files that are shared with you count against your storage allocation, or will it count only against the person who shared it? It's not going to hit your storage allocation until you download it. That won't. Now, if it's a picture, you can look at it, never see it again. You don't have to you're going to have to click it and say, yes, I will accept that this is here. And you can take a look at the picture and then just, drop it off, delete it, do whatever the hell you want with it. You can do that. So, and if you download it, of course, it's going to go against your storage allocation because you're pulling it back. Now, in the future, I guess if we really wanted to explore this the best way we could, Bell, we'd kind of make a quiet version of PIN. We'd make a quiet version of pins, but the files will not be publicly disclosed. They will only be disclosed with the person who's looking at them, that they're shared with. So we could do something like that. And if we're doing that, then it will never, ever touch your phone. I mean, ever. So in a case like that, we would just not even redirect you. We would just be pulling data from that and showing it to you. It's always going to be stored on PIN. Now, in that case, you can't really do anything with it, but you can see it. There's lots of different ways that we could do this, man. It's so cool. I love working in this world. Idiot Fish, and if anything ever happened, all anyone would have to do is send Jackal to that wallet, and the whole thing keeps working. That's exactly right, man. And we're going to automate that process. That's why we need a DAO, dude. Because if I go away and Bell goes away, who's filling up that wallet? That's why we need a DAO. That's why we do need this relationship with Jackal to make sure that we can keep Jackal tokens in that wallet. Anybody can send tokens to a wallet. You don't need approval. The person with the wallet doesn't have to accept them. Anybody can send tokens to that wallet, and that's the only thing that we need to keep this whole thing going. Yeah. Nuclear Chicken. Scott, since you don't have access to the private keys for the account, how will you pay the gas? Or can you somehow pay for the gas from a different wallet than the files are uploaded from? That's exactly right. We pay the gas from a different wallet. It's very clever. I mean, just the whole method of it is very clever. But like I just said, anybody can send tokens to another wallet. You can send them to any wallet that you want. Once they leave your wallet and hit their wallet, they belong to them now. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Can you start to maybe work out the method that we're going to use to do this? Anybody can send wallets or can send tokens to anybody's wallet for any reason or no reason. Anybody can do it. So, yeah, I think if you think real hard on that, you're going to kind of get to the bottom of where we're at. I have some USDC set aside for the outfit. I appreciate that, bro. Me too. Nuclear Chicken. I've already moved it to the Asphalt deck, so it's sitting waiting. And my EU comment, you mentioned using SMTP for sharing. That would identify the user with the Jackal address or what was shared with them through the interface. Yeah, it would. I want you to get into my mind here for a minute, dude. Yes, it absolutely would. For the people who really value their privacy, we are including features that you do not have to use. But I'm not going to blow it completely up to appease the 2% as opposed to entertain the 98%. I hope that makes sense. I'm not shitting on crypto people. I'm a crypto person. I'm not shitting on privacy. I'm a privacy advocate. Huge. But I'm not going to throw away a feature of an app to appease 2% of the people that are really looking to get away from it all. I'm going to argue that the bulk of our customers are going to come from Web 2 and not Web 3. Web 2 people are more than fine sharing their information. They're more than happy to do it. Now, we already have a novel way of getting this all worked out where I still don't have your information. I don't personally have it. It goes through another party. We don't have that. All we have are numbers, letters, and encryption. But I don't actually know who you are. Even if you gave me through everything, gave me your email address, your sign up, your social, I still wouldn't have it. We have to maintain the separation. But for that, if somebody would maybe use something like this, and I would personally use a feature like this. I want to share a file with my dad. My dad won't use the app. My dad doesn't care about any of that stuff. The privacy and all that. My dad doesn't care. But I still want to share a file with him. My dad understands email. Web 2 understands email. They know what it is. They know how it works. So if I want to share a file with them via email, to make them download the app, just because I know their email, me personally, I already have their information. But even when they go to click the app, we don't verify that they are who they are. We don't care. It's none of our business. But if you want to send an email notification that a file is on its way to them or a file is waiting for them, why would I deny people that? I'm not pitching in on it. I'm just saying we're building for 100% of the people who may or may not use this app. We're building for everybody. If you don't want to use those features, simply don't use those features. You'll never be exposed. Nothing will ever come out. Some of the onus is going to be on you, yes. But we're not saying the only way it'll function is the way that we tell you it'll function. We are giving you lots and lots and lots of options. It's completely up to you. You want to maintain the privacy of yourself and the person that you're sending it to 100%? Fine. Reach out to your friend. Tell him to download the app. Tell him to set it up. Tell him to get a wallet. Tell him to put some money in there. Tell him to get a .jkl extension on their name. And you can easily then simply share the file with that Jackal, with that .jkl. You can do all that. But am I going to get Web 2 people to do all that? Does this seem like a good use of my time to try to get them to learn all these different steps that they have to learn about crypto? It's not a good use of my time. Good use of my time is getting people to download the app, getting people to use the app. That's a good use of my time. But all of the privacy elements that you might want are burned into it. They're baked into it. And there are some that are not. If you don't want them, don't use them. That's really all it comes down to, man. I'm not jumping anybody's shit. I just want you to know my mindset here. I am going to have one fuck of a fiduciary responsibility to anybody who buys my token. For anybody who comes in there and says, sure, I want to play with Sigea. I now have a fiduciary responsibility to those people. And the best way for me to honor that is to get customers. Because customers are revenue. And the more customers I get, the more revenue that is going to buy that token based on the way that we have it and based on the tokenomics. That is my only concern at that point. If we want to get into some of the nitty gritty, I'm happy to do these every day and talk about my app because I'm excited about it. But I can't cure the world from here. And the best use of my time is getting consumers to take care of the fiduciary responsibility that I have to anybody who may or may not hold this token. That's it. We have got to bifurcate our responsibilities. My responsibilities is getting people on the app. Bell's responsibilities are going to be getting people on the app and dealing with feedback. All right. My programmer, my developers, their responsibility is to make anything I can dream up go into that app and keep it secure and keep it private and keep it safe. Everybody has their lanes, but my lane is out here in front getting consumers. But I'm happy to have this conversation. Anyway, one more song. We got one more that I want to listen to. This turned into a long show. I appreciate the feedback, man. I appreciate you guys sticking around. We're gonna get zero support on this. We're going to get none. It's completely up to us, and that's fine. That's the way I would. I'd love to have these other chains come up. Hey, check out Sigea. Check out. Look at what they did. Look what they built. Oh, this is great. I would love to have that, but it doesn't work that way out here. It doesn't work that way out here in the crypto world. The crypto world is me only, and everybody else sucks. So when you're dealing with that, it's really hard to get support for any other product that may or may not be coming out. So we're fine. We're going at it alone. I have no issue with it. I would love the support, but I'm not expecting any. Anyway, guys, I got to see if my damn dog would come in yet. For some reason, she's freaking out. She just won't come in the house, dude. She will not come in the house. She's sitting out there just bark, 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 but she won't come in. So let me check on her real quick. Guys, we'll be back in just a couple minutes here on the podcast on KPOD Network. Please stand by.
Coming to you live on the air.
That was
mountains, I can work a miracle, work a miracle. I'll keep you like an oath. May nothing but death do us part. She wants to dance like Uma Thurman, bury me till I confess. She wants to dance like Uma Thurman, and I can't get you out of my head. The stench of summer sex and CK eternity, oh hell yes. Divide me down to the smallest I can be. Put your venom in me. I can move mountains, I can work a miracle, work a miracle. I'll keep you like an oath. May nothing but death do us part.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. All right, so I no more comments came in, so I guess I've talked it up as I've talked it up as much as I can. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Just want to give you a little more heads up. So we're starting to dip our toes into App 2 now. Everything that we've learned from building out this first one is all of these lessons have been completely invaluable. But this is not the end-all be-all for us. This is the first. That's all it is. This is the absolute base layer of what we need to build all the other stuff that we want to do. Now, one of the shocking things to us is how much of your data is actually exposed when you're using something like an iPhone versus something like an Android. All of your text messages are saved. They're stored. They're identified with you. Apple gets them, Amazon gets them, Facebook gets, everybody gets them. So any version of it that you're using, all of your text messages are stored and they're sent down there as well. All of your video calls are stored and they are recorded and they're sent to the metal layer as well as anybody else. Dude, I've been working in this field for 25 years. I know exactly what they fucking do with your data. So the next thing that's kind of important to us, very important to me, very important to Bell, is being able to secure all of your communications, not just your photos, not just your videos, not just your documents, but all of your communications. That's kind of like the next step for us. So we started dipping our toes into that. Now that's going to be a much harder nut to crack as far as getting people to say, hey, we have a private communication app. I mean, there's one that's been floating around crypto forever, and it's called N-Mobile. It is actually a truly private chat. It works just like anything else that you might be using, except this one is truly private. There is no logs. There's no anything. Everything is it's burned. Like as soon as you can self-destruct messages and they do go away on both sides of the phone. They're just all kinds of real cool stuff. But for as good as that app is, I know of two people that are using it. One is me and one is my show producer, Bella. All right, that's it. We're the only two people that I know that are using N-Mobile, and it is a blockchain system. It is wildly superior and more private than anything that's out there. I just got to ask you guys, how many times have you read an article, seen somebody did something wrong, and immediately the judge's order is signed to get all of their texts, all of their emails, all of their communications, all of their video chats, all of everything that they do over their phone and on their PC, and it's signed, and these big powers that be just turn it over to all of them. So if you think your communications are private, they are absolutely not private. They are exposed to big tech all the way across the world. So for us, it was a natural step for us to progress from this to securing everything else. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're just working through them. So it's very, very important for us to make this work and make this successful, because we're going to be borrowing on this to pay for the development on the rest of them. We're not going to get any fund. We have a little bit of funding. We have a couple of partners that came in with us on this, and they're just libertarians like me, and they're like, I think that'd be neat. Let's see what you can do with it. So we do have a little bit of funding, but not nearly enough to push into all of these things. So it is very, very critical that we make this app work, that we make it profitable, so that we can leverage the success of this app to build out the other apps. That's it. And it all comes back to privacy. It all comes back to sovereignty. It all comes back to it's your data, it's your business. And I'm a huge fan of the Fourth Amendment. So you need to be secure in your personal information, your personal property, your personal everything. You need to be secure in your papers. So we're just going to make sure that happens, that's available to you. Not saying you have to use it, just saying that it's there if you care about it. And this is an excellent way for us to get out there, get consumer feedback, and start figuring out the elements that people are using and what they like, what they don't like, how we can tweak it, how we can shine it. So when app number 2 comes out, it's ready, day one. We've already gotten a lot of feedback on this, so we know how to progress. And it just makes it easier when we go to app 3 and then the coup de grace app. That's app number 4. That's the coup de grace. That's the big one. That's when I won't have time to do live streams anymore, when we actually get up there. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys hearing me out. Anything you can do for us? Sure. Tell people about the app. That's about it. Get involved in conversation. like that. I'm not expecting a whole hell of a lot of support on this. We're not a chain, dude. That's where it is, man. We're not a chain, and we can't blow people up. So with that, we've removed the best element of crypto is getting annihilated and getting rugged by a founding team, and we can't do that. So the best part of crypto is already eliminated from this before we even started. We're not expecting a lot of support, but we're going to monetize well, and we're monetizing on day one. So all of these are really good things. Anyway, questions, comments, Scott@ThePodocasts.com. I'm more than happy to answer any and all of them. If you got hate mail, send it to Bella@ThePodcasts.com. She's standing by. And that's it, guys. We're going to be at Ethereum Denver. You won't be seeing us again until next week, or I'm sorry, week after next. So we're going to be out there the whole time. That's it. Appreciate you guys sticking with me today. I was very excited and wanted to get all this information out. I appreciate the what do we got? 8. I appreciate the 8 people that stuck around for this. Yeah, that's it. Until next time, guys, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money. We'll see you. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.